being skinny and promoting gear. It's stupid. Can we see your peak natural physique? This was before I started taking steroids. And also, what are the effects of stopping steroids? Unless you're Johnny Sins. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Anomaly. We're back with another Q&A. I have some coffee. First question is gonna be, when are you planning to go to the USA and are you gonna shift with her? So this is about me and Michelle. When are we gonna move to the US? It's more so when I'm comfy enough, because right now I'm not really in a position to move, especially to America. It's gonna be a lot more expensive to live there, and in Malta, the good thing about food here, it's relatively cheap compared to America. America is my dream. I really wish I could go there as soon as possible, you know. I'm working hard every day to get there. And by the way, he donated, the person commenting this. Thank you, and I appreciate you more than you know. Does working out fix your hormonal imbalance and get rid of face acne and stuff? No, it's mostly the diet. If you have a diet, you will get a lot of acne and hormonal imbalances. Start with fixing your diet. Working out is gonna make you healthier, but if you don't have a good diet, you're not really gonna fix the problems that you're mentioning, you know. Did you have a chest gap when you were younger? And if you did, how big was it? And do you have a chest gap now? I never had a chest gap. My chest insertions are very wide, and I have like one pec almost, you know. There's no separation in my middle chest, which is very lucky for me, because once I fill out, it's just gonna be two big balloons on each side, and that's cool, you know. I never had a chest gap. You can't really get rid of it because it's all genetic. You can't change the shape of the muscle you were born with. Do you have body dysmorphia? How can you deal with it? Sometimes I feel like a menace, and some days I feel very skinny and small. You're gonna have those days as well. Just don't forget the bigger picture. If you have trouble with body dysmorphia, it doesn't matter if you're skinny, if you're big, you still need to put in the work. Like, it doesn't really change. When you get bigger, nothing is changing. You're doing the same thing as you did when you were skinny. Some days you're gonna feel small, some days you're gonna feel big. It doesn't matter. Can we see your peak natural physique? This was before I started taking steroids, like a week before, and I was 19 years old there. That helps you put it into perspective. I'm 22 now. I learned a lot. I learned how to train, how to eat. If I dialed in these things before, I would have looked way better at 19 than I did in this picture. What's your favorite chest workout? Hello, Donovan. He comments on every video. Thank you. Lately, I love a chest press machine, like a plate-loaded chest press machine. Either that or incline Smith. Does sex really count as cardio? I mean, it depends how hard you go. Like, how much effort are you putting in? Why are you laughing, man?
That's some mad you're saying there.
It's true, it's true. It depends how much effort you're putting in. If it's one of those casual, like 2-minute thrusts, that's bullshit. When you start sweating and you feel your heart rate going up, you are actually burning calories, and it does kind of count as cardio, but it's not the same as when you're on a treadmill. A treadmill or a Stairmaster is better cardio, and it counts as cardio because you're keeping your heart rate at a stable 135, 140 BPM, and you're sweating and you're keeping that and you're holding it for like 30 minutes straight. When you're having sex, you're gonna have moments when your heart rate is gonna skyrocket and moments when it's gonna go down. You can't really keep the pace of a machine for 3 hours straight, you know. But you're gonna burn more calories walking on a treadmill rather than sex, unless you're Johnny Sins. Do you like, I never know how to say his name, I think it's Zyzz.
It's not Zyzz, it's f***ing Zyzz, man!
I love him. He's someone who inspired a generation of people, and I want to be like that, you know, so I look up to someone like him. Based on what you see in the fitness industry, what's the most annoying trend or thing people do in your opinion?
Normalizing steroids abuse.
Yes.
That is the most annoying thing.
Yeah. Like, yes, gear is a part of bodybuilding, but it's not a part of fitness. Fitness is about being fit and healthy. That's why I don't push steroids. Steroids is for people who want to become mass monsters and they want to ignore their health a little bit to get big. I think that's the main thing. Like people like Togi, or there's like a few others copying him now. They take SARMs on camera and they do the weird faces, like sticking their tongues out with the funk music in the background, moving their heads around like this and acting big when they're all small. Like, imagine you're promoting steroids and you're promoting SARMs and you look like a twig. That's actually insane. And these people are all over my For You page right now. So if you're watching this, stop. Like, get big if you want to promote steroids. Like, if you're going to promote steroids, at least build a good amount of muscle that makes you look like you're on gear. Yeah, that's the most irritating part. You said it perfect. Being skinny and promoting gear, it's stupid. You take gear so you look like an absolute freak, not to look stupid. I don't know.
You know it's the most annoying part because you got riled up just speaking about it.
Yes, I get pissed off because it's true.
No, it is.
And then you see kids, 13, 14 years old, they try to copy that behavior, but why are you copying that behavior? He doesn't even look like a bodybuilder. Like, let's say Chris Bumstead goes on TikTok and he starts praising steroids. Even I would want to take steroids, but not someone like Togi, man. Like, I don't know why people copy Togi and every person who's doing the same as him. It's weird, genuinely. But that's the world we live in, you know. So, if you're gonna promote gear, make sure you look like you take gear. When you reach the time to retire, do you go off steroids completely or stay on TRT for the rest of your life? And also, what are the effects of stopping steroids completely after doing them for a long time? I don't mind staying on TRT for the rest of my life. When I stop, it's not gonna bother me. The effects of stopping steroids, look at someone like Kevin Lovroni, look at someone like Dorian Yates, look at all the top Olympians from before, how they look like now. That's what happens, you just shrink. You just lose the superficial muscle that you build on gear, you know. And as long as you do things right and you do things in a good way, you're minimizing the risk of getting crazy side effects like ruining your kidneys, your liver. Like, as long as you keep your blood work on point, you keep your health monitored when you're on cycle and you're doing steroids for years, you can live a long life. But obviously it's coming with it, you know. You're kind of sacrificing a few years off to look a certain way, so always keep that in mind if you're considering gear. From my end, I don't mind doing that, you know. I'm not gonna live to 100. I don't want to live to 100. So depending on who you are, just see what you really want in life, see what makes you happy. I chose this path because it's the only thing that gives me a purpose. So it doesn't matter to me if I'm sacrificing 10 years of my life to be happier in my 60 years, you know. But again, it's a bit different for everyone, you know. Some people, they stop steroids and they get depressed and they end up doing crazy shit. Not everyone's gonna respond in a good way, but for me, whenever I go off cycle, I don't feel much difference. I just get smaller. But other people, they do get the crazy mental side effects and they get insanely depressed, and that's very hard to battle, like, trust me. So if you're considering this path, be careful and don't rush anything. Always have a coach by your side and a good doctor. Monitor everything so you can minimize the damages that you're doing. Once you start steroids, you're sacrificing a few years of your life to get bigger. And that's on you if you want it or not. Who is your idol? I think my idol is always going to be Rich Piana.
Yeah, that's been your idol for a while.
That's today's Q&A. I'm going to need more questions for the next one. So if you guys want to submit your questions and you want to show up in my video, just make sure to comment down below. If you guys enjoyed these, let me know. And don't forget to use code Anomaly if you want to keep supporting my grind. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Bye-bye.